Welcome back to Sculpting and Chilling, where we're working on our werewolf. This is going to be the fifth little session that we have going on here, and it's a special one. Not really, because, well, not really. I was just saying that because it is 10:30 p.m. Now, that's not too crazy, but it's definitely the latest session I've recorded, or latest time I've recorded in a long time. I've been pretty good about my sleep schedule. But we kind of messed up. I drank a coffee at 9:30 or something. And yeah, so I figured might as well just do some recording. Now, I do drink a lot of coffee, but lately I've been working on not drinking it so late. And it's kind of funny because I was literally just telling somebody like 2 days ago that I don't drink coffee past like Uh, it's kind of like between 3 and 5. I try not to drink coffee. Sometimes if it's like right at 5 o'clock, I'll drink one. But been trying not to drink one. Been trying not to drink them too late anymore. I can still drink coffee and go like pretty much straight to sleep sometimes. But like today, I drank a coffee and I took a nap right after I finished my coffee. um, and I think that's mostly because before I drank my coffee, I did my 5 mile run today. So I was just gassed and I was trying to drink the coffee to rebound me up. And I laid down and I was donezo. So I kind of got the double whammy going. I got a big nap in and I got the coffee, late night coffee. So I think we're going to have a good little late night session here. Today has been pretty chill. By the way, I'm thinking about what I want to work on while I'm starting my little ramble here. But I know in the previous little sessions I've been talking about driving out to the beach, so I did that again this evening, and boy, it was phenomenal out there. It was like perfect. No fog, barely any wind. The sunset was great. It was so nice. Um, so yeah, I just went out there, hung out there for like an hour and a half, and I do prefer going during like the week because usually it's easier to get a spot at like a turnout. And this time, I mean, Friday and Saturday are usually the most packed days for sure. But I was able to still get a turnout by myself. And yeah, I just hung out there for a bit, enjoyed the sunset, and nice weather out there. Did a little meditation and enjoy the drive. Um, Once again, it's all green and stuff out, driving out that way. So all the cows and sheeps and stuff are all happy and they're pretty cool to see. I like to see them. It's hilarious sometimes, like driving by and you can see the cows like running. I don't know why, but cows running is just like really funny to me. But yeah, so that's enough about that rambling. Forgive me, I do have a little bit of like heartburn right now because I had pizza today too, plus the coffee. So that's going on. But yeah, I think we are going to remesh, or we're going to combine everything into a single mesh now. Well, shortly, and I pretty much want to work on, I think putting some more detail into the face or the head, but I want to start out with like getting the nails put in to the feet and the hands. So we're just gonna start with that because when we remesh them, I figured we'll just remesh everything because if I remesh them or if I remesh the head into this, then eventually I'm going to start working on the nails, and I'm going to have to remesh again then, and blah, 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 blah. So I am going to start with these nails. Now, how am I going to do this? First, let me just, boom. But I hope you guys are all having a great day. This is not going to be up on Saturday. I was about to say, I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. But, yeah, a little bit, it'll be a little bit of a different, it'll be a day or two before I upload this. But yeah, that was pretty much my Saturday. Pretty good Saturday. Not really anything crazy. I would like to keep working on trying to go do more things. But yeah, for now, the beach drive was good. And now we're getting a late night sculpt sesh. Cannot complain about that. Holy cow. Nico just scared me. He's in his litter box. It just scared me. It's like, what the heck was that noise? How do I want these claws to come through here? Yeah, I guess we're just going to do long nails. I mentioned that before in one of the previous sessions. So we'll just do some longer nails. I'm not going to necessarily rush this, but I do think I want to get at least this whole sculpt done this weekend. Like the retopology and stuff might take a little bit longer, and definitely the hair system. But I would really like to get this done tomorrow. We're going to see how many hours or how much time we put into this, because I feel pretty awake right now, but I don't want to stay up too late. Because I kind of did that last night, and it was, I got woken up by Nico. Well, for one, I slept on the couch. Like, I fell asleep on the couch, and Nico woke me up pretty early, and then I was just a little bit groggy to start my day. Not that big of a deal, but like I had to drag my ass out and do my run. I did not want to do that, but I'm glad I did. Been pretty consistent on that. I've actually been really consistent. I don't even want to say pretty consistent because that makes it sound like I haven't been. But yeah. Let's see. That looks crazy. This is what I was talking about, the remesh. So I'll be able to like actually like sculpt in a proper nail there. How long do I want these nails to be though? Is the question. And this looks jacked up. There we go. Not too bad, good enough, I think. Maybe they're angled a little bit. Oops, don't want to grab those other ones. Is that angle too far down? I think it is. Okay. I think that's okay for now. Let me just get all these up a little bit. Then I'll worry about dragging them. But, yeah, so kind of what I was saying, not the most exciting Saturday. And I'm working on that. I'm working on trying to work on a little bit of my social anxiety and stuff. That's always fun to deal with, but honestly, I'm kind of tired of avoiding certain things. Like, not necessarily avoiding, I don't want to act like I don't try to go out and stuff sometimes, but I mean, I would definitely, like to be using some of my weekends for more fun things. Kind of gets old after a while, just staying in and stuff. Like, I used to play a lot of video games, and I mean, on the rare occasion, I play some here and there, but I've been working on that too. And yeah, so it just takes some time. I've been doing small things like I went to a new barber shop, which was cool, and I'm really happy with my haircuts, and the barber is pretty cool too. We actually got to bonding a little bit over the whole anxiety thing, so that was cool. And that boy got my hair nice. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my haircut. Did it a little bit different than how I usually do, but yeah. Let's see, do these look weird? I think they do, but I mean, again, I'm planning on trying to do some things with the remesh as well. I think they're okay. I think they just need to be a little bit thicker, especially on top. But yeah, I was looking at just continuing what I was talking about with the whole social anxiety thing. I was looking at some different things to maybe try to do. There's some cool. I live near a major city, and there's some cool like botanical gardens that I could go try to go to. I'm not like, just to clarify, I'm not like a big like bar person. I don't really care for the taste of beer. And yeah, so I was trying to think of like different things to go do that aren't just like, oh, go down to the bar or like go wine tasting. That's not too bad. Like I've gone wine tasting a few times. But yeah, trying to do some different things, that's for sure. And I'm sure there's some people that could relate. So if you're also working on it, let me know kind of if you're trying some different things as well. Um, and we're in this together, I guess. But I think eventually I would like to, like when I get a new car, I would like to try to meet some car people. That would be fun. Go on some drives. If you couldn't tell already, I like to go on drives. So I'm hopeful. It just takes time. It's kind of like the gym. Kind of like the gym. You just keep trying and then eventually able to do some more weight. And then you just try again with that weight after you're there for a minute and then just keep improving. So definitely on like a self improvement arc, that's for sure. And not every day is easy. But I have a good family around me. And what's most important is that I'm trying. Anyways, I was kind of talking about a little bit of a deeper subject there, and then I kind of started getting a little bit more deep. Sorry. But maybe it's relatable. So, anyways, try to pull some of these. Okay. I just wanted to see if that was going to work. I'm trying. It'll be easier if I just put some spheres down there. Let me just pull this reference real quick over here. Yeah, it might just be easier to do this. Boom, boom. And we'll just sculpt it. Sculpt. This feels pretty good too, like trying to commentate and stuff at night. I don't know if it's just because I've had my full day, so I'm more awake. Because the past few were in the morning, and I just feel like I feel like I'm projecting a little bit more. I'm trying not to talk super loud, but I feel like I'm projecting a little bit more than I was in the other videos. And I don't know. I could just talk about my day again, even though I didn't really do anything that crazy or anything. It's just I've had my day, so I could at least start the video talking about that, like I did. I think this is I just had like a weird random thought, not weird, but just a random thought about YouTube, and I was just like thinking about commentary and stuff, and it's kind of cool. Like sometimes I think about how, you know, I might not be where I want to be with sculpting or that whole thing, or like, you know, I might have like self doubt, like if I'm not good enough at sculpting or whatever, or animating or any, you know, whatever it is. But it's kind of cool. Sometimes I have to remind myself that I somehow ended up getting to this kind of stuff by starting with Call of Duty videos. Like I I learned how to edit via YouTube. Actually, like a friend initially taught me through the Elgato editing program back in the day. And you know, I slowly just started getting interested in like visual effects. And then there was this music video that I really thought was awesome, which was the Travis Scott Astroworld trailer, where he's like walking and all the planets are in the background, planets and stars. So sick. Like even if you're not a Travis Scott fan or whatever, like that video is so sick. And I was like, yo, that's so awesome. I want to learn how to do like that kind of stuff. And that's kind of how I got into my 3D journey. I was like, how do I make a planet? And then take said planets and put it into real footage, composite it into real footage. And like how to make stars and stuff. And yeah, it just landslid from then. Then I think technically then I opened Cinema 4D or 3ds Max. I can't remember. But I specifically remember downloading a planet because this is before I like actually like made a planet. But like downloading a planet, and then it was like you gotta upload the normal map and like all the all the textures and stuff, and I was just like, what the heck is going on? Wow, that's kind of cool. Now I kind of like know that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I think that video is actually still up on my YouTube too. And like trying to track in certain things, and yeah, that was pretty cool. I think that video is still up. It's only like a 30-second video, I think. So if you want to go find that, you can. But yeah, I remember like putting little fireflies, little blue fireflies in the grass and stuff. Pretty cool. I remember like I think it was 5 total scenes, and like two or three of them were like pretty freaking. I was pretty happy with them, and then the other two are like the remaining two from that. Like you could see what I was going for, but they definitely weren't as solid as the other ones. Specifically, like I remember I tried to put like a dead tree in the background, and it just was not tracking properly. So it kind of looks like it's like sliding. But these might be too big. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's better. Individual origins. Yeah. I think that looks cool. But YouTube is honestly the GOAT. I mean, I know I don't really have to say that, but you can learn so much on there. If anything, like cooking, anything, obviously. I don't need to go into that. You guys know that, but that's where I learned pretty much everything I know about a lot of my creative stuff. I just would have ideas, and then it was just like learning how to execute them pretty much. Whether it's in like Blender, or I was doing some Illustrator stuff for a bit, Adobe Illustrator. That was actually kind of funny because I started learning Adobe Illustrator, and then before I switched and stopped taking classes for like marine biology pathway, I switched to try to try to learn how to do or not learn, try to do like creative and art related stuff, but like the general ed version of it at the JC. And man, I remember going into that class and just like, dude, I know like most of this stuff. I've already done all this stuff, and it was just not good because I just did not try, pretty much. Okay. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's see, what are we at? 5 million. Mm-hmm. So now the question is, do I want to this is something I need to research too, is do I mesh these into this whole thing, or do I keep the teeth separate? I also need to do a tongue. I just realized that. I think like both my references don't have a tongue. Does this one have a tongue? Ah, this one does have a tongue. But I'm not necessarily using this reference anymore. Maybe I should just look up like wolf tongue. Wolf tongue. Wolf tattoo. And tattoos. We could talk about tattoos. I was talking about that with my barber. I don't have any tattoos. It's crossed my mind a few times, but what the heck? That's the weirdest picture I think I've seen. Sorry, that totally just threw me for a loop. Tattoos. I haven't really had the urge to get tattoos. I'm not anti-tattoos. Pretty much all my family members have tattoos. I'm just like I don't know what I would get. There was like a couple ideas that I have or had, and then there's like one that's still kind of lingering. Every once in a while it comes up. like kind of a memorial piece sort of thing. But like, I don't know. Like if I went, for example, if I went and just got a wolf tattoo on like my shoulder or something like that, like that's got like no meaning for me. I mean, that's not to knock it if it does for other people, but yeah, I don't know. Um, so yeah, actually, I'll ask you guys if anybody's watching this is tatted. Like, I get the whole memorial thing, like you lose a family member or like a close friend or something like that. Like, I get that for sure. But what? Or I guess like I get like the inspirational things too, maybe. But yeah, what drove you to get some tattoos? If that's if that resonates with you, or if that's like if you've gotten tattoos. I just like I know a couple people that got tattoos that like they don't like them anymore, and that's kind of like, eh, that's sketchy to me. Cause then you're like stuck with it. I mean, I guess you could get it lasered off if you got the bread. But yeah, that's just, I guess, a fear. Not the lasering part. I mean, I guess that too, but from what I've seen, people says that does not feel good. Um, the tongue is weird because a lot of the reference images I'm looking at are kind of like this. And then over the side, I like that. Might not be enough. See, I don't know if I like the tongue like that. Maybe it'll be a werewolf that doesn't have a tongue. Then it would actually be weird. I mean, I kind of liked it when it didn't, but it's too thick too. Like it's just there. Oh golly. Hold on, let me look at like wolf growling. Oh, they do kind of just go through the teeth or through. Some of them do. Some of them stick their tongue out like, and some of them don't. Hold on, I gotta show you guys this. Oh, I can't. Look at this guy. Yeah, maybe we'll do one more like this. The tongue is not through. It just looks devious. Okay. See, but now when I remesh this is gonna connect. That's a problem. Just do it separately. Um, okay. That heck just happened. Mm-mm-mm-mm. This might be about the time where I could just save a copy, huh? Save a copy of the file. Yeah, I could just do that. Sometimes when I start getting to the all or nothing committer part, I duplicate and save in case I do something that I don't like. Just so I have like a go back spot if needed. Okay, this. Stun like my. Dude, for some reason when I like. Actually, I guess it's not just when I record. I was gonna say I just get the urge to like recite lyrics from songs. Like it's an open mic karaoke. It's like that is not what this is. I mean, I guess it could be. Sculpting karaoke. Can you imagine? I had to start that in the future. We build a little following. We do sculpting karaoke night. Too many crickets. That would be a new leaf turn for sure. Get comfortable enough to do karaoke. Mm. Keep having to fight the urge to burp because the indigestion. Okay. So this actually looks fine. We just need to remesh it so we can do some more detail. It's kind of like that. Mm-hmm. All right, I was just testing. Does that look better? I don't think so. I do not think so, my friend. Yeah, that could be a cool creature. Alright, I'm getting distracted. I do that whenever I rig up a character too. Sometimes get them in make their arm funny or something. Funny pose. Alright, I think we go for the remesh here. Actually, let me do that. Let me just save and then save a copy. 2.01 save. Did I save that to the right thing? Yes. Alright. Okay, I honestly just got hit with super sleepiness, so we're gonna pick this up in the morning.